Hey everybody, it's Karen Bentley here, coming to you from my car. I have two stories to share with you today. One is about how my first name turned into a disparagement of all things, and also how the Warrior's Way came to being. So first, my name. It starts once upon a time, way back in the olden days in 1950 when I was born. The name Karen, K-A-R-E-N, which is exactly how I spell my name. It was the fourth most popular name for baby girls in the United States. And I distinctly remember there was lots of Karens growing up. There was lots of little girls named Karen, and it was a sweet, popular name. And then even in the 1960s, that popularity continued, but less. And in the 1970s, it was still popular, but less. And then here we are in 2024, and not only is Karen no longer on the 100 most popular name list, it's not only unpopular, it is an insult. It is a disparagement. So if somebody calls another woman a Karen, they're saying that this is a most disagreeable person. This is a crazy lady who yells and screams and who isn't reasonable and who's a drama queen and who's cruel and mean. And so I don't get it, because my name, my beautiful name, has the word care in it, K-A-R-E, care, and your name is what you are. And so, you know, Karens are caring people. So because of this strange turn of events where my name has turned into an insult, when I meet new people, I often, trying to be maybe a little bit of a smartass, I always say that, well, my name is Karen, but I'm a good Karen. My name is Karen Bentley, but I'm a good one. And some people have no idea what I'm talking about, and they're like, huh? And other people, they chuckle and they're like, ha, 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 oh yeah, I get it. And, you know, but even to introduce yourself as a good Karen is kind of a cheesy thing to do. You know, for one, it's like bragging. And, you know, and for two, nobody really values goodness. I mean, this is the unfortunate truth, that goodness isn't valued. And for me, goodness is expressed as harmlessness. And it is most typically done through kindness and tolerance and overlooking the idiocy of others and my own idiocy. And, you know, it's just a tremendously misperceived way of being in the world. Misperceived. People just don't get it. They often misperceive kindness as wussiness. They, you know, like that you can be walked all over. They misperceive it as weakness. They don't understand the strength and the decision that it takes to be harmless in the face of meanness. They don't understand what's going on in the background that's holding that behavior up in front of them. So it's perceived as wussiness, as weakness, as you know, inconsequential, as unimportant. And they don't understand the rich benefit that I'm getting from it. They don't understand the rich benefit that I'm bestowing. It's just a totally misunderstood practice, the practice of harmlessness. And I have been writing about this and doing seminars about it for years. And it's just a part of me now that will never change. But it's vastly misunderstood. And so, you know, part of my mission going forward is to keep bringing it to the world as a viable way to live, where you can get what you want, where you aren't a doormat. And but there's another way to go about it than being mean and harsh and aggressive. So that's my path to harmlessness, which is a big part of the Warrior's Way, as it turns out. And then, so let's continue with my story from being born in 1950 to the early 2000s. And I'm on a trip of Great Britain, a bus trip with my late husband. And Great Britain is the countries of England and Scotland and Wales. And we were driving through Scotland on this bus trip with 40 other people. And our guide kept pointing out Karens. And I did not know what he was talking about. And for your information, a cairn is stones that are piled on top of each other. They're either on a road or near a road, and they're pointing a direction. And in my mind, I had always pronounced the word as a cairn, C-A-I-R-N. That's how it's spelled, C-A-I-R-N. One syllable. I never heard the word pronounced. I had only read it, and I was obviously mispronouncing it in my mind. And our tour guide pronounced it as 2 syllables, as Karen. And that's how you say my name, Karen. And so I came to understand over the course of this bus trip that my name had another meaning. It meant waypointer. It made guide. It meant direction pointer. And I knew in my bones, I knew instantly in my bones that that was who I was. That was my purpose. But I didn't know how to live that purpose in my life as it was defined at the time. And so I only lived it in small ways. And I continued writing about things that were of interest to me. I had a lot to say about stopping being someone who was fortunate enough to binge eat and binge drink. And I was fortunate enough to write about, fitness and spirituality. And in fact, I was a spiritual reviewer for many years. And I had lots of interests, but at the time, they seemed disconnected to me. You know what I mean? They weren't all pulling together in a unified or cohesive way. And that was pretty much how my career went until my late husband died a few years ago. And in my grief and in my fear and in my aloneness, it's one thing to say I am enough as an affirmation, as an easy peasy affirmation. It's easy to just say it. It's a whole nother thing to live it, to be totally for yourself, to be totally on your own, to be the only one who really and truly cares or gives a shit if you're dead or alive, to really be okay with that, to be enough, really and truly, is quite a monumental achievement. But anyways, in my fear and my aloneness and my sadness, the Warrior's Way was born. All these interests that I've had for a lifetime congealed into this magnificent program. And I say it's magnificent because it's really about creating a magnificent life for self and having life more on your own terms and having the power to create a life on your own terms. More than anything, a warrior is someone who experiences self as a powerful being and who accumulates power and who saves it and who uses it in a deliberate and conscious way. And so I want to leave you. So that's how the Warrior's Way was born. And it just fills me. It fills me with purpose and passion to share it with you and to bring it to the world. And I hope you'll check it out at my website, KarenBentley.com. And this one message from the Warrior's Way is that your life matters, and that your happiness matters, and that you matter, and that self-love is the solution, and self-mastery is the process, and personal power is the outcome. So check it out. And and about my name, circling back to my name, all of us Karens, we have to unite in solidarity and defy the tyranny of Karen being besmirched. So all of us Karens, we're not buying into the stereotype of a current Karen. And I hope you'll come back. I can't wait to be with you again. And thanks for being with me on this car ride. Bye for now.